I was talking to Keenan and Sean, and then you kept looking at me like I was crazy.
Because I look at you now like you crazy.
Yeah.
I've been looking at those.
I was conversing with Keenan and Sean, and afterward you continue to see me like I was insane cuz. I see you presently like you're insane. I've been seeing those like 2005 I recall yesterday, young lady. As makers, you know you employ individuals and you cast individuals you were consistently interesting, yet you were to make sure you was dependably on 10 like and you was simply at some point you be like unseemly might you at any point envision somebody you're admiring confronting you directly that you are not sufficient even to play yourself in a film job well. That is the way terrible Marlon Wayans accepts Tiffany Haddish is, and we got to give it to him cuz he told her squarely in front of her during her visitor facilitating spot on the Ellen DeGeneres show back in 2020, which on the Rocks entertainer for what valid reason she was never projected in any Wands delivered projects in any event. Recollecting that one that required a Tiffany Haddish type, I realize we are companions and I realize you love me. I love you. She said you have helped me in such countless various parts of life and offered me some extraordinary guidance. Yet this is the thing I need to realize I have tried out for so large numbers of your motion pictures and your family. For what reason do I never get projected? All of us generally say you're interesting, Marlon answered cheerfully. As makers you recruit and cast individuals you were dependably amusing, yet you were consistently on 10, and some of the time you be improper. All of us generally say you're amusing, you know as makers you know you enlist individuals, and you cast individuals you were dependably interesting, yet you was to make sure you was consistently on 10, like, and you was at some point you resemble improper, it resembles an affection scene, and you need to sit on the entertainer's lap and fart, he further made sense of. And it resembles no Tiffany. It's not so much for this scene. So it was development that needed to hit you, he further made sense of. It resembles for me even right now. I feel like I'm prepared. I've been planning for a long time for what's befalling me. Now, he went on, everything happens to you at a specific time when development and that fame hits you, never nothing private. We love you generally, thought you were entertaining. All of us, we are glad for you. I've been planning 30 years for what's befalling me now, and everything happens to you at a specific time where development and that stardom hit you like never nothing private. Haddish has never run shy of debates. As of late, the entertainer got profound while guarding her choice to venture out to Israel to get familiar with the October 7th assaults and their fallout. This previous February, the comic and entertainer 44 declared on her Instagram live page that she was en route to visit the Center East. I will meet my future man out there, Haddish said in a video that was later reposted by Israel's true Twitter account. I'm going to the sacred land, addressing TMZ. The young lady's trip star said that the justification behind her excursion was to see more about what's going on the ground in the country. I needed to be with individuals I needed to witness firsthand, hear with my own ears. What have you heard up until this point? I can't accept all that I read, she said. I want to go see with my own eyes. I need to converse with the genuine individuals who are here, individuals who truly experienced the circumstance that occurred on the 7th. She added, individuals that I have relatives that are prisoners that were removed from their own homes, that were en route to work, driving from Palestine to Israel, working here consistently, and how they were taken too. I needed to converse with individuals. I need to be with individuals. I needed to see witness for my own ears. Asked what she had heard since showing up in the district, Haddish answered, I've gleaned some useful knowledge. I've discovered that individuals were removed from their homes. I've discovered that individuals were detracted from the genuine occasion that was occurring. She added, there were many individuals, yet many individuals were in that occasion. I didn't have a clue about that before. I've discovered that there were 100 individuals that have been liberated from being prisoners in Gaza. Yet there are as yet 100 or more individuals that are around there. Abaddon was then found out if she would likewise be taking a gander at Israel's counter in Gaza, which well-being authorities say has brought about north of 25,000 passings. Yes, I'm going around there too, she answered, developing perceptibly close to home. I'm a firm devotee to go witness for yourself before you condemn. Go around there warily. Go see with your own eyes. I care about the two sides. I care about humankind, people, she continued, making sense of. I realize there's a ton of strict stuff continuing, a ton of control of the land. No Jews here, no this there, whatever, that doesn't really matter with me. It's about an existence and individuals, man. That is what I care about. That is the reason I'm here in light of virtual entertainment pundits who contended Haddish was inappropriate to kid about finding a man in Israel. Given the earnestness of the circumstance, the jokester answered, "I'm here without anyone else." Very much like I was saying in 2018 when they were getting some information about Monique and her significant other. I said I don't do my efficient. She does her business. Since I don't have a husband, I'm in isolation. That is everything that I'm attempting to say to you folks. I'm doing this without anyone else, she added. I don't have an entire family loaded with men or a man supporting me. I'm doing it on my own. I'm learning all alone. For individuals to say I need to downplay something that the typical female wouldn't do, the typical female wouldn't dare to go see with their own eyes. There's a ton of unnerving stomach muscle over here, and you all can be terrified, yet I'm feeling free to follow my suck. Hence is in advance however much I can learn, teach myself before I go talking on topics. Last November, Gehenna tended to her capture for a thought DUI offense and said that it could at absolutely no point ever occur in the future. The star was arrested after she was viewed as sleeping at the worst possible time of her vehicle for the second time in 2 years. As per witnesses, the Tesla was halted in the street in Beverly Slopes, California, purportedly with the motor running. Haddish was captured when office Isles showed up at the scene for doubt of driving affected by liquor. She was set free from guardianship hours after the fact in a discussion with Diversion. This evening, a couple of days after the fact, the entertainer proclaimed that this won't ever occur from now on. I will get some assistance so I can learn equilibrium and limits. She included January 2022. Haddish was captured for a comparable episode in Atlanta, Georgia, after she was seen as sleeping at the worst possible time on a parkway. Cops accepted she had been affected by pot and accused her of a DUI. She just stayed in police authority for a couple of hours subsequent to posting a security when 1,666, not long after her 2022 capture. Haddish showed up on the This Evening show featuring Jimmy Fallon and offered a happy interpretation of her dilemma. I've been petitioning God to send me a renewed person, a decent man God felt free to send me for in a uniform. The comic jested, I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting that by any means, Kurt. I have a truly extraordinary legal counselor and we will resolve it. I have get my requesting from things to God somewhat better. Obviously, these are the sorts of youthful natures Marlon Wayans was discussing in Keenish and Monique's Hamburger. This additionally needs to show how Haddish might be an issue to herself and individual entertainers. The discussion went to Monique, and she said, well, I don't carry on with work like Monique carry on with work, and I'm happy I don't have that husband of hers. On February 12th this year, Amusement This Evening imparted a meeting to Gehenna that occurred during Super Bowl LVD end of the week. During the trade, journalist Nicole Turner got some information about remarks that Monique made about her during a new Club Shay appearance. I'm appreciative that I am on the personalities of individuals. I gaze upward to Haddish, said it seemed like an ant talking, you know how we do. So I resembled darn I've been at the forefront of your thoughts. I didn't actually realize I was at the forefront of your thoughts, so I'm thankful. The young lady's trip star proceeded with, I couldn't say whether there was common love and regard since she's not my companion. So I get it. I'm not near her. We never had a discussion about it. So by the day's end, I comprehend and regard her. I, in all actuality, do have regard for her. That is all there is to it. Haddish then clarified that she'd like to examine the issues with Monique straightforwardly. I prefer not to do anything despite anyone's good faith. I'd prefer do it to your face. She added, I come from the 1900s. We converse with your face. In the event that I got an issue with you, I'll confront you directly. I'm 100 with it. Everyone that I dislike, they realize I definitely disapprove of them, and the entire world doesn't be aware. Back in 2018, Haddish talked on Monique's then, at that point, fight with Netflix to GQ. I don't carry on with her life. I don't have that husband of hers, she expressed. Said, alluding to the Baltimore ability companion Sydney Hicks, I'm taking a gander at how Netflix has opened up such countless open doors for dark females in parody. During her sit-down on Club Shay, Monique tended to those comments. Tiffany, assuming you had a spouse